hello, and welcome to the Snitchuation room. I'm Rachel.
And I'm Brandon.
And we're back for more Snitchuations about life, love, and other mysteries. We are unlicensed to give any advice of any sort, but you're welcome to listen to us, and we're happy to take your questions.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, and here's Snitchuation 1. We're both financially reckless.
Oh, God.
My partner and I have a money problem. And the worst part is we both think the other one is the problem. He loves luxury experiences, expensive dinners, last-minute trips, front-row tickets. He says life is short and memories matter. I love things, clothes, home upgrades, random Amazon purchases that feel small until they add up. I tell myself I deserve it because I work hard. We both roll our eyes at each other's spending. We've each said, you're irresponsible. Meanwhile, we're quietly hiding purchases and minimizing them. We've both lied by omission saying, oh, that, I've had it. Or it was on sale. Or I used points. Every month when the credit card bill hits, there's tension. Not explosive fights, just resentment. We both feel judged. We both feel misunderstood. The truth is, neither of us is innocent. We're living slightly beyond our comfort zone and means, pretending the other one is the reckless one. How do we rebuild financial trust when you're equally guilty? How do you create discipline without turning into each other's parent? We love each other. We just don't love how this is affecting us.
It sucks that they don't enjoy the same luxury things.
Yeah, that really is. And that you don't respect the purchases.
Yeah.
Like even in moments when we not necessarily live beyond our means, but make like extravagant purchases, it's always like, we're doing this together.
Yeah.
Or it's like a big thing where it's like, I may not understand this purchase, but this is your 40th birthday. Or
right. We're like on the same page about it, and we don't hide purchases.
No.
But I can see how this would cause a lot of tension. This might be something that you need to seek actual professional help with via a financial advisor or a couples therapist or both. It sounds like you need a budget. I hate to say the B word because God knows I don't want one, but I have a mental one. I've always accounted for all of our money, and we always are good. And the minute that I'm like, I don't like what I'm saying, we both, and I think part of it is because, we, graduated during the recession. We can both be like, I can live on nothing.
Yeah.
We can pull back pretty quickly. But lifestyle creep and ordering stuff, things are so accessible now.
Oh gosh.
You don't even have to get up and get your credit card anymore. Everything's on Apple Pay, and that makes it so much more dangerous. And I think I don't know why all roads lead back to gambling for men for me, but I think being able to gamble and then being able to have Apple Pay for everything and just constant access to it, you just get out of range so quickly.
Yeah, you get ahead of your skis very, very quickly with the money stuff now. And so I feel this, and I think what's really good about this is that it seems like you're both owning that you're contributing to it, which if you were just no, he does, he's spending all this money and I spend my thing, you're both acknowledging that there's a problem, which is the key. Trying to think of an example of a time when we had any kind of problems like this with money, but I don't.
We're both tightwads, and
we're very much
I think it's a different situation for us. But I know plenty of people that have this issue, and the way that you get out of credit card debt is unfortunately spending less. Both of you, so maybe both of you. For these types of purchases, you have to set a level.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Well, I remember we had a couples friends that kind of had not this issue, but a similar kind of spending thing. And both, they're just like me and you. This I don't want a budget. I don't want to but you know what? They sat down, they made one, and they painstakingly worked on it. And in 1 year, they were in a completely different
turn it around.
They were in a completely different financial situation than they were the year before. And they're both, and the thing is, these aren't poor people. These are people of means.
Yeah.
And so I think, and that's your situation too. Like, I think if you really worked on this for a year and really trim back the purchases, I think your buying power and your ability to step out and do things that you actually want to do together or separately would actually improve.
Well, and really just sitting down and saying like, okay, you really care about luxury experiences. Great. You get to do 1 or 2 of those a year. Okay.
Put the boundaries around it.
I care about things. This is the number of like spending that I can do. I can spend X amount on things per year. So that makes you start thinking about it before you purchase it, you know? And then I think both of you just aren't thinking before you're spending.
Yeah. I mean, I myself enjoy a Dave Matthews experience.
Or 8.
And this particular year, I will be seeing Dave Matthews 7 times before October.
That's true.
And it is a lot of money to go and experience these things, but I also don't do that all the time. So like, I get like having something that's just yours. Something
it brings you a lot of joy.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. 100%.
So I do not begrudge you that.
No, and I'm not saying you do, but I'm just like, I get like having a niche thing that really brings you a lot of joy that your partner literally could not care about. I've seen Dave Matthews, I think 20 times in the last like
2 years,
4 years.
Oh, please.
No, it really is. It's
4?
Like, yeah.
I feel like it's more like maybe 3.
Okay. Well, maybe 3. You've not gone to 1.
No.
You've not gone with me to 1. So, you know, we understand the feeling of.
Yeah, we get it. We get not understanding each other's purchases.
Yes.
But, I mean, and I've
got a gigantic red light therapy light sitting right in there beside the wine.
I spend money on stuff like that.
Like, I don't get that. I wouldn't spend money.
Or on like fitness stuff whatever.
I mean, anything. It's like, it's not necessary that you understand. It's necessary that you get a handle on it.
Yeah, for sure.
So the mission is budget.
Both of you need to budget. You need to do it fairly. Like each of you gets a certain amount to spend on your separate idea of luxury. And then you have to be transparent every month. You can't do the hiding purchases because that's what's breeding resentment.
Yeah. And I would also say, like, be aspirational about it.
Yeah.
Be like, if we do this for X amount of time, we're able to pay this debt off. We're able to take this trip. We're able to do like, make some plans in it that both of you get excited about.
Yeah. That you can both enjoy.
And like, cause I think that's what did it for like
These
a couple
people.
friends that I know is like, they were like, we can take these trips. We can spend this time with each other. We can pay off this debt. We can get our 401ks in a good spot.
Yep.
Like, I think that financial planning is really good in that way.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Great.
All right. Sibling rivalry for Snitchuation number 2. I feel you.
There you have
As
it.
am I. And as a child, I got good grades, scholarships to college. I'm married with 2 kids. We're financially stable and I have a wonderful spouse. I host all of our holidays. I take care of my parents when they need it. And they frequently ask me for money. Recently, I found out that they asked me and my husband for quote unquote support under the guise of their needs to send money to my little brother.
Oh my word.
Okay. My brother and I have a good relationship. He is still single, dropped out of college, and didn't work a solid job for about 6 or 7 years. He lived in and out of my parents' house. He's now 33 and finally living on his own. You would think by the way they talk about him that he hung the moon and is the most profoundly impressive person you've ever heard of. He's still on their cell phone plan. Anyway, they asked me for money to cover what I thought was something for their insurance after a recent hospital visit, but I found out it was, oh my God, but I found out it was to get a part for his truck that he wanted, not something that he needed.
Whoa. A part for his truck.
That he wanted, not something that he needed.
This wasn't a car that was hurt.
No, this was like something.
Damage. The car was sick.
The car was ill.
I'm sorry. I need a Diet Coke for this.
Okay. It was not something he needed. It was something he wanted. I am incensed.
Oh.
I would be too. This isn't the first time, and I know it won't be the last. How do I create boundaries and keep from treating my brother like it's his fault because they parent us so differently and clearly prefer him? I feel like a baby because it hurts my feelings as much as it makes me mad. I have 2 actual kids to care for, and I don't have the time, money, or headspace to deal with my parents' and brother's codependent. I mean, I've never related to anything more in my entire life.
I'll say this, one note for you, because A, this has nothing, it has something to do with you because they've involved you.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with you. And I will also say, I very seriously doubt that they prefer him.
Yep.
I think that it's more about the care that they can provide for him, and that makes them feel useful and good in certain ways. In the same way that you feel good about providing for your children, I'm sure. It is unfortunate that this is an older child, but it's still the same. It's still the same effect. But I don't think you should start viewing it as they prefer. Yeah. Because that's just so rarely the case.
Yeah.
Because I think that can really play with you and really like make you angry at your parents, which I don't think is helpful. And I don't think that that's what they're trying to do. There's obviously not what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And so I think like, you've got to change your mindset on it. But I think you need to have a conversation with them about how this made you feel. I think that's like the only way to move forward with family stuff is to be more transparent about how you're feeling about all of it. And that can be really hard, especially with family. But
well, this isn't a rivalry between you and your brother. This is a boundary setting with your parents. And to Brandon's point, like, this is not them liking him more than you. I think every eldest child, we're both eldest children, has dealt with being parented differently than your younger sibling. And you have to parent kids differently. You just do. People are different. But also, you know, when you do everything that's expected of you, you get expected to do more. That's a reality at work. You do really well at work. You're super competent. You're going to get more jobs. That's just how life works, and it really sucks. And I completely understand why you feel this way.
Yeah, to much is given, much is required.
Yeah. And yeah, so it's just, it sucks. I would not be giving them money anymore. I would just say, like, I can't trust you. You lied to me. You made me feel like this was a medical expense that you couldn't afford, and you gave it to my brother to buy some ancillary detail for his truck. Like, you have lost my trust, and for X amount of time, I will not be loaning you money. If you would like money, you can ask him to sell a part for his truck, and he can give it to you. That feels like a fair adjustment. That's what that's what I would do. I have done such things before.
Yeah.
But that is really, I just feel the need to like validate the hell out of this. That's really frustrating.
Yeah. And I also don't want to feel like I'm like totally on the parent side. But I think if they knew that you felt this way, that you felt like this child was the favorite child, and like I would allow them to kind of speak into it a little bit.
If they're acting like this,
I'm just saying, like, maybe give the parents a chance to speak into you and reassure you that you're not the liked less than you're.
Yeah, you're definitely not loved less. If they prefer him, it's because they want to be the savior for that person. It's not like what I have found is that the more independent you are with your parents and the less control or assistance that they can provide, depending on what they want to offer more, then they feel like they aren't able to offer you what they offered you as a child, and they don't really know how to connect at that point. So if they're able to do that with him, it's more of like they know the connection point. And if they don't have that with you, then they don't know what that connection point is.
That's probably true.
So that could be part of it. I don't know. You deserve to be really mad, but you do need to have conversations with your parents about the money, because that's really fucked up. And then also just about how you're feeling. Like, you do have 2 kids and you don't have time for this, and this is crazy.
Well, and nobody wants to be mad at their family.
No,
and like, I hate, like, when anytime that me and my parents are at odds, or anytime that there's any, like, even just, there's never really even at odds. It's just like, even just bad vibes, or like something's off and you can't tell. Like, that's some of the worst, because you're like, these are my family. This is my mom and dad. This is my family.
Yeah, I don't want to be upset.
I don't want to be upset with my family. Same thing with you. Like, if we're upset with each other, like,
oh no, you did bad words.
I don't like to I don't like to have bad vibes with the people that I love the most.
Yeah.
And so I think like approaching it, being very open and transparent about how you're feeling, I think like those are really
the best things you can do.
The best thing you can do.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Here's the third one.
Third one is the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Snitchuation 3. I hate the job I have and need. Hi, snitches. I am miserable at my job. Miserable. I make good money, but it is monotonous, and I don't feel like I'm making a difference for anyone but the person who owns the company. It's just email, phone, spreadsheet, meeting, etc. I hate going into the office. Everyone else seems miserable too. When I think about doing this for years on end, I get seriously depressed. But the job market right now is atrocious, and I'm already an anxious person. The proposition that AI is going to take a lot of white-collar jobs is already making me extremely stressed. I don't know what to do. I feel paralyzed and unable to make any decision. But I have to do something because every day I feel myself getting more and more angry and depressed stepping foot into that place. I find myself sleeping later and looking worse each day, barely getting to work on time and starting to leave earlier and earlier in hopes people won't notice, but also with anxiety that people will and that I will lose this job I hate because of the job market. You can see just with this how I'm spiraling. What do I do?
What are your thoughts on this?
We've become advocates for just quitting your job.
Okay, well, I think a lot of what has to happen here is you have to feel like you have some agency. So some of it is first things first, talk to your network. Talk to the people that you know and say like, hey, this is what I'm good at. This is what I want to do. Do you know of any jobs that are available? Do you know of anyone who's hiring? Put the word out so that your friends know, because your friends will advocate for you, you know? So tell your community, your network that you're looking. 2, I would look for jobs online and like see if there's anything that you're interested in and start applying. If you find a job that you're interested in, you can, try to connect with people from that company and talk to them before just going in blind. Sometimes they have incentives to recommend you because if you get hired, then they get bonuses. So trying to get to know them a little bit before you put your name in the pile is a good idea because they might recommend you and then it gets put in a much smaller pile and it's easier to get hired that way. And then also, like, I completely understand the fear with AI. I'm scared too. I do think the only positive thing I can see with that is some sort of entrepreneurial ability that might be a little streamlined, So another option is to like think about something that you're pretty good at that you could do that's entrepreneurial, that you could kind of start doing on the side and getting like a feel for how you could scale it into something else, cobble together some smaller things. So if you did lose your job, you would have enough. I remember one job I had that I hated and I had to like talk to myself every day on my way to work and be like, you need healthcare. You need healthcare, Rachel. You need healthcare. And all I was doing was banking time and I was putting back a certain amount of money out of my paycheck into our savings account so that if I didn't work there the next year, I knew I could like take my time finding something that I needed. So some of it is like, I'm going to work here until X date and then I have this much money saved and I'm going to try X, Y, and Z. I don't know what you're interested in. And so it's difficult to know what you might want to pivot into.
It's also hard to give you advice not knowing like what your expected lifestyle is and what that lifestyle means to you in terms of your happiness. Because one thing I will tell you is that if lifestyle is not like a main contributor to what makes you happy, making less money will not make you less happy. It will make you more happy. But if lifestyle is a big factor in what makes you happy outside of work, then taking a job for less money may have a dramatic
significantly
impact.
Worse. Yeah.
But like, I think that's something that people do not talk about enough is like, you have to know that about yourself because like having more money, I will say like, it does make me happy.
Oh, it does make life much easier and much better.
And it makes much easier and much better. But I know what it's like to be in a job that you absolutely despise. And there is nothing like getting out of that.
You feel like you could breathe again.
Yeah. Like
the sun is brighter, the sky is bluer.
Even if for a time you had to take a job making less money so that you had more margin to look for better jobs or to await a new job.
We had both done that.
Yeah. I would much rather take a lower paying job that I was happier at, knowing that this can't be forever, than to stay in the job where I'm making more money.
100%.
So I would give you that advice without any kind of caveat. But I will say that money makes a gigantic difference in your happiness. Like, I know that people keep saying that it doesn't.
It does.
But it freaking does.
It absolutely does. And like, I don't know, like, do you have a family? Are you able to move back in with your parents? Do you have any type of cash reserve? Like, all of these things matter when you're trying to figure out what to do. The biggest thing is knowing what your next step will be. Part of what getting through your job is knowing, like, I don't have to do this forever. I'm going to use this time that I'm at work doing this stuff that I don't care about to think through what is it that I actually want to do and what, like, skills can I take from what I'm doing right now that I can look at the processes from this company, can I take with me into the next thing that I want to do, and what can I leave behind?
So I'd say the mission is,
nose itches.
Don't waste this time.
Yeah.
You're making good money at a job that you don't really care about. Store it.
Yeah.
And like, make this period of frustration and pain work for you.
I would give yourself a timeline. Yeah.
It's like, but like, during this time, be saving, be thinking about what you want to do, use your connections that you have through this job. Don't let this be wasted time.
Yeah.
Like, use the money that you're making right now to store up a financial nest egg. You know, do whatever you have to do to give yourself the margin to find something different.
Yeah. And be thinking creatively.
Because ultimately, there's no reason to stay in a job that you hate. There may be a reason to stay there for a time, but there is no reason to stay in a job you hate long term.
I mean, we would need more information to be able to give you more detailed advice, but give yourself a timeline, find a way out. And if all else fails, just quit.
Indeed.
I don't know what else to tell you.
Oh, man. Well, it's been another lovely episode of the Snitchuation Room. Go to popsnitch.com to submit your snitchuation today. You can submit it about a family member or a friend or a relationship problem that you're having. We'd love to hear from you or any of your friends. Change the details if you need to.
Listen, if your friend tells you about a situation, you're like, you know what, I can't give you advice, but I will tell these strangers on the internet and see what they say.
Yes.
You can do that.
Popsnitch.com. Click on the Snitchuation form and you'll see it. We'd love to have you on our show.
All right, we'll see you there. Bye.
Bye.